On August 7th, in the year 258, during a Roman persecution, Pope St. Sixtus II was martyred. Laurence was a deacon, the Pope's right hand, the treasurer who oversaw all the works of the church to take care of the poor and the suffering. Knowing that the emperor intended to decapitate the church and that they were going after him, he didn't go into hiding. Rather, he set himself to empty the church's treasury and give all to the poor before he died 3 days later. Some of you may be familiar with the story that when he was there being burned at the stake, he calmly said to his executioners, "Turn me over now. I'm done on this side." Very soon, the memory of his martyrdom became a very important feast, as it continues to be today. Even more important than that of the Pope, St. Sixtus, under whom he served. And to this day, the Feast of St. Laurence is ranked as a feast, which is pretty high in the liturgical calendar. We can see that he was really a giant of a man. A great model of generosity born of faith, of strength and of courage. That kind of virtue and strength of character truly inspires us. Yet, it can seem so extraordinary to us that we may feel like, well, that's really out of our league. What about us? I'd like to tell you about another St. Laurence. When he died, he probably passed a while in purgatory. But that was 38 years ago, and I'm confident that the prayers of his loved ones have accompanied him into God's loving embrace in eternity. Larry had some talents. He was highly educated. He was an economist. He worked in public service and as a college professor. Yet he knew that his true vocation to be a husband and a father. And he generously poured himself out for his family, for his church, and for the communities he served. Like St. Laurence the Martyr, Larry too, the two of them together, grains of wheat who produced great fruit. Larry too was a man of real character and virtue. His generous love, born of faith, was also supported by fidelity, honesty, perseverance, and courage that he transmitted to his kids much more by his actions even than his quiet words. He struggled, though. Like many, he wrestled throughout his life with anxiety and depression. I remember when I was 13, he fell into serious depression that my mother later told me was brought on by pressure. He was working for our Massachusetts state government. He was being pressured into being corrupt. So he quit a very well-paying job and took a very significant pay cut to come and to start teaching here at Stonehill College rather than to be dishonest. I could go on and on. I hope we all have these everyday but great examples of generous, courageous virtue all around us. Fathers, please be a St. Laurence for your family too. St. Laurence the deacon, pray for us. St. Joseph, pray for us.